2025 was a landmark year for input-output research. Fergie Miller, Director of Research Partnerships, joins us next to discuss the end-of-year reports and what they mean for Cardano's future.
Hello again, and we're joined by Fergie from Input-Output Research. Fergie, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Rich. Great to be here.
Fantastic. So, Fergie, tell everybody about your work today and also your role at Input-Output Research.
My name's Fergie Miller. I'm the Director of Research Partnerships at Input-Output Group. Input-Output Research is the research division of IOG, and we consist of two departments, the Research Department and the Applied Research Department. And I'm here today to talk about our end-of-year reports for the work we've done through 2025 under the Cardano Vision Research Programme.
And as you say, 2025 was a very prominent year for Input-Output Research. Tell us about the Cardano Vision and the end-of-year report.
Yeah, so the end-of-year reports is the second of two major reporting milestones that we've committed to under our work programme 2025. The end-year reports builds on the mid-year reports that we published in August, and it provides an overview of all the work performed by IOR under the Cardano Treasury funded proposal that we were awarded last summer.
So Fergie, how does IOR work and how does Work Programme 25 benefit Cardano?
Sure, so we have an established evidence-based methodology. It consists of three phases. The first is foundational research, where we typically output a research paper that's peer-reviewed. The second phase is a technology validation phase, where we prototype to prove that the solution is viable, and that outputs a prototype and usually specifications with supportive tooling and other assets. And then those are then handed over to an engineering team for the third phase, where the solution is then implemented in a real-world environment, typically on mainnet. So under Cardano Vision, this evidence-based methodology is implemented across 9 focus areas, ranging from the Ouroboros protocol, smart contracts, tokenomics, through to zero knowledge and post-quantum. Under the Work Programme 2025, IOR has prioritised 20 research streams and 6 innovation streams to provide a pipeline of high assurance, high impact innovations to a mid-readiness level that are then ready for full implementation in a real-world environment in Cardano.
So Fergie, obviously 2025 was a very busy year for input-output research. Can you tell us what's in the end-of-year reports?
Yeah, so the end-year reports are split into 2 reports, foundational research and technology validation. I'm pleased to say the foundational research report includes a total of 24 papers. That's 20% more than what we committed to, and includes work across 7 of the 9 research areas. The main ones of those are Ouroboros Omega, which includes a Perez and Leios paper, but also additional outputs on fair transaction processing, multi-resource consensus, early proof of deep learning results, and publications on congestion fees, space tokenization, and pricing. The second, tokenomics, advances economic models for Cardano and includes new frameworks for algorithmic monetary policies, as well as exploring different types of pooling trade-offs. The third, interchains, includes work on bridges, Cavefish, an ultra-efficient light client for UTXO chains. We look at advanced tokenomics for system launches, and we also progress Jolteon through formal verification and develop a game-theoretic model of proof-of-stake incentives. The last is zero knowledge, which is more of a cross-cutting research area, and that advanced foundational UC frameworks. There's some applied work on Mithril, and we also have a system of knowledge or SOK survey on less T-space SNARKs and folding schemes to guide future research. As well as those 4 main research streams, we've also done work on the world's operating system or smart contracts, Democracy 4.0, and Hydra as well, looking at layer 2 scaling. So all of that information is included in the foundational research report.
Great stuff. And what about the technology validation report as well?
So the technology validation report includes work on 8 streams. Again, we committed to 6, so we're really pleased with the team's work. And Leios is really the main standout. Prototype simulations validated that Leios can deliver significantly higher throughput, and that culminated in a Cardano improvement proposal, or SIP, that was submitted to the community, and the stream was handed over to input-output engineering for real-world implementation. A second stream called Linear Leios is also now in progress, which is designed to create a provable model that defines exactly what the hardware limits and throughput parameters are for limit layers. In terms of the other streams, we also had SIPs for anti-grinding and recursive SNARKs, and the team brought forward prototypes for Jolteon and Proof of Restake or Minotaur. Lastly, there were two newer streams, Intent-Based Processing or Cavefish, which kicked off design work on a privacy-preserving intent system, and Committee Bridges, which began building a secure SNARK-powered bridge that rotates committees across chains.
So Fergie, how can the community find out more information on the reports and the Cardano vision work more generally?
So input-output research, we've done a lot of work this last year on how we communicate and disseminate our work amongst the Cardano community. A lot of that is obviously across social and digital. On the IOG website, we have the library of research papers. We also have the IOG blog, where a number of articles are highlighted in the end-of-year reports. And the main IOG channels of LinkedIn and X, we do a lot of campaigns on. We're also doing a lot more work on platforms like the Cardano Forum, Discord, Reddit, and we also have targeted campaigns for DREPs, SPOs, and builders. One thing I would like to point out is the Cardano R&D sessions, where we host regular webinars throughout the year that connect what we do in research with engineers and builders. And during 2025, we hosted sessions on Hydra, tokenomics, Ouroboros, interchains, and we also had a dedicated session on research for SPOs. The applied research team also published a lot of their work to GitHub and other repositories, which are outlined in the report, and as part of their commitment to build in public.
So lots and lots of stuff going on there, and of course we'll have the links to some of those materials in the description. So what's next for the Cardano vision?
I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the community for their vote of confidence. At IOR, we appreciate the support that we've received through 2025, and all the work that we're doing is ultimately to impact you as individuals in the Cardano ecosystem as a whole. Through January, we've been socializing the draft NG reports, and those have now been submitted to Intersect in final form. Planning is also well underway for Work Programme 2026, where a number of streams will obviously be continued, but it's also an opportunity for IOR to take stock, reflect on what's going well, assess the community and market needs, and bring forward a programme of work that really drives impact for Cardano over the next year or two. We're also working more closely with Intersect, the Cardano Foundation, and other community stakeholders as we prepare that proposal that we're expecting to submit at the end of Q1. So please watch this space, follow us on the usual channels for what will be another exciting year of groundbreaking R&D.
Fantastic. Fergie, thanks again for your time today. Looking forward to hearing more about IOR and what you've got in store for us in 2026.
Thanks, Rich.